Well, today was disappointing. Today's Tuesday afternoon, the 2nd. The plan was that we were going to meet up with the previous owner and finalize the sale today, but that didn't happen. So now we're sitting here on what we still, like, we're really hoping this will be our boat, but sitting here kind of licking our wounds a little bit, drinking some beer. As a matter of fact, I need to get mine. But there's been a lot of frustrations leading up to this point. Can't necessarily blame this all on the previous owner. Our bank apparently stops doing wire transfers at 4 o'clock. He couldn't meet till 4, but we didn't know that, so we met him at the bank. Our bank couldn't do it. We were able to get him to go ahead and notarize the bill of sale. So as soon as he gets the money, the bill of sale is already notarized. Hopefully he won't lose it before then. That's you never know at this point.
But he can't meet till tomorrow between 3 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, and so now we just get to wait tomorrow.
Yeah.
2 or 3 o'clock.
So we're still just kind of on pins and needles. Like, what if, because there's been a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not in a real big hurry, that kind of stuff. So it's like, maybe I can meet at 2, maybe I can meet at 3. And then he might call at 3 and be like, hey, I can't get there until 3:30. And so it's like, we got to get there. We got to get this done before 4 to get you your money.
Yeah, we sat at the bank, and I was like, hey, what time's the bank open tomorrow? Can you be here?
Oh my God, my beer.
And he said, I can't be there in the morning. It'll have to be in the afternoon. So we wait.
So we wait again, and here we are.
We're still doing stuff to the boat. Probably not the smartest decision since we don't own it, but we have drained all the gas. We started working. I mean, we paid to have the bottom painted. So I mean, we're committed at this point. So we're really.
We've already put in a chunk of money getting this boat worked on, which may not have been smart for us to spend money on a boat that it wasn't smart, but there's a reason why we had to do it the way we did it. And I guess that's kind of, we can talk about how we got to this point, how we got here. So we decided that this is what we were going to do. We live in North Carolina right now. James is in the Army, and he is being stationed here in Minnesota. So we're 20 hours away. And when we decided we wanted to do this, we were on kind of a time crunch. Like, we didn't have time to be super choosy about the boat that we wanted to get. And we found the boat. It was the price that we wanted to pay because we're kind of cheap people. We like to save as much money as we can, and be frugal. Well, I say that. I mean, I guess we do blow some money sometimes in other ways, whatever, but we wanted a really cheap boat, and we found this one. It checked the majority of our boxes that we have for what we need. The seller just wasn't quite, I don't think he was actually quite ready to sell it whenever we decided that we wanted his boat. He just didn't seem very motivated, very wishy-washy, like, well, I don't know, well, maybe I'll do it. Well,
we made an offer. Well, I gave about 3 offers, different renditions, and he was, well, yeah, I'm busy this weekend. I'll take a look at it, and maybe on Tuesday I'll get some feelings from it. And then it wasn't Tuesday; it was that next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I texted him, and we started talking a little bit. Now we still didn't make a deal. He didn't look at any of those offers, so we ended up having to waited several more weeks before we even got into any kind of serious discussions with it.
So the kicker is the boat needed bottom paint before it can go in the water, and he had already sandblasted and prepped it. I guess he said he had prepped it. Obviously, we were in North Carolina, just communicating with him, via text message and sometimes phone calls, but needed to be painted. We were very leery of spending a chunk of money, in the neighborhood of $4,500 to get it painted, because we obviously leery of doing that before it was ours. He was being, it was just difficult kind of communicating with him. However, at the end of it, we decided to go ahead. I mean, in communicating with him over the course of the past, couple of months, maybe, over the past couple of months,
Yeah.
we're like, okay, yeah, we are definitely serious. We want this boat, but we need to do some stuff to it. But we don't want to do something to it, and then you decide not to sell it because...
Well, we did have it under contract. So we did have it under contract, and once we got it under contract, then we committed to getting it painted.
Yes, but that was under contract via us. We didn't go through a broker to do this, any of that. The one thing that we did do leading up to this, we called up to the marina that we're at and they got us in touch with a surveyor. And the surveyor came out here and just did a walk around of the boat, checked the hull out, and said the hull looked good. It seemed sturdy, had good bones. And so we were like, well, that's all we need. We need for it to float. We can work with anything else. So we did not have it surveyed, and which I know everyone who's ever bought a houseboat is probably like screaming right now, because that's, you know, like, oh my God, you didn't have it surveyed, which means like who knows what we're actually getting, right? Who knows? But it supposedly will float, hopefully. So we did go ahead and decide, okay, if the hull is good, we're gonna get this boat. We needed to have the bottom painted because we needed it to be put in the water soon. We decided to go ahead and take the gamble of, we think he's serious. We think that maybe he's just not quite as, not to say motivated, but not as much of a go-getter, I guess, or not. He's just more like, yeah, well, I'll get there when I get there. And, you know, we're like, you know, no, we need this to happen here, here, and here. So just different personalities than us. We decided to go ahead and take the gamble. We had the bottom painted. And then he took leave for a week so that we could come here to Minnesota, a 20-hour drive split into 2 days with 4 dogs, which was tons of fun.
A whole nother story.
Yeah, there's a whole other story there. But anyway, so we came up here. He had come up here before on work, and he has seen the boat. And he had already met with the previous owner. I had not. So when we got here, this was my first time to see the boat. The leading up to this, the plan was that this week the boat was going to be put in the water after it got painted. The painting is done. The boat is ready to go in the water. However, Mother Nature decided that she was not ready for us to have this boat in the water because there's been major flooding here in Minnesota, and the river behind us is very flooded. The city has barricades up over the boat launch area, so nothing. The levee is blocked off. The boat's still stuck here on the hard. So that's very disappointing for me. I was really, really excited to see the boat go in the water.
Now we're thankful the owner was fine with us staying on the boat while it's on the hard, and the marina was fine with us staying on the boat.
The marina has been like incredibly helpful. Like, I can't say enough good things about the guy that we've been dealing with here at the marina. He's been amazing. So here we are. We were really, really excited because we thought today that we were going to go finalize the sale. We went and bought steaks, and we were going to celebrate tonight here on the deck. Instead, we're sitting here on the deck pouting and like licking our wounds, crossing our fingers that tomorrow will be the day that this actually happens. So that's where we stand now. It's not our boat yet. Still,
but we're treating it like it's ours.
Well, we're treating it like it's ours, but the previous owner, I'm going to say the previous owner because like we're pretty confident it's going to be ours. Treating it like it's ours, but we're not also, because he still has stuff in here that I need for him to get out, because I feel like I can't really do anything. Not that we're prepared really to do a whole lot this week. The only thing that I was going to do was try to get some cleaning done in here, get some measurements, because we know that we're going to redo some stuff.
Furniture, refrigerator.
Yeah. So, I mean, but he's still got stuff in here that needs to get out, and I don't really feel like I can do a lot of like cleaning and organizing because his stuff is still in here and it's in my way, and I don't like it. And I don't know, maybe that's just me being lazy, looking for an excuse not to get in there and get busy. Could I possibly get all of his stuff and put it? But there's still quite a bit of stuff. It would take up a lot of room, I think. So until he gets his stuff, I'm
It's
just.
not you being lazy. I love you.
I love you too. So yeah, here we are. Thankfully, it's not raining. It rained last night, and it was really cold last night. It's pretty decent right now. I think it might rain a little bit later, but for now, we're just enjoying being here on this dirty, nasty deck that I can't clean because we don't have water or electricity. But we're at least here on what will be our boat with our dogs, with the river behind us, and that's still good. Like
Life's good.
Life's good. Yeah, we're still happy about it. Hopefully everything will happen tomorrow. Let's see, what does have to happen? Oh, tomorrow we got to go dump off all of that gas that he got out of the engine. So that's got to go to the hazardous waste people tomorrow morning. And then, fingers crossed, that we go to the bank tomorrow afternoon and finalize this. And then it's ours. And then we get to eat steak, hopefully. Hopefully we won't be making another video, like, in anger and more frustration. So that's it for now. Fingers crossed. Stay tuned as we attempt to downsize from a 3-bedroom house in North Carolina so that we can move into and renovate a 50-year-old yacht in Minnesota. There's going to be lots of frustrations, probably a lot of cussing, definitely a lot of dog hair. And if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome too.